Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada here with Dasha.
Hey guys.
I was just saying I'm such a huge fan of your album. It is so
Thanks.
fantastic. So if you've only heard Austin, go listen to the whole album.
Go listen to What Happens Now. Trust me. You won't regret it.
It's like no skips. It's
Yay!
so good.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so fascinated with you as a person. Also, just like everything that's been happening to you, because I don't know how I would mentally be able to just like handle everything. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's been so insane and just a roller coaster that I never even imagined. Well, I imagined it, but happening this fast at this pace is just, I mean, honestly, it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
I released my first song when I was 13, and I've been independently grinding it out for a decade.
That's
and finally, I'm like, oh, we busted through that fence, and like we crossed that boundary, and now we're like, oh God, this is what it's like to like have it happen.
Is it offensive when people think that you're like this overnight success when you have been grinding?
No, because every person that breaks out into the music industry has the same comments, It's just like it comes with the territory. They don't see the 10 years that I've been writing songs and releasing music and just trying my best.
Yeah.
And they just see the one song like, oh, overnight it was paid. It's like, oh yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally.
So
are you like journaling or anything to just like track everything that's happening? Because I do feel like it is just like one thing after another. Right?
I've been vlogging a lot,
Okay,
honestly.
nice.
So I have it all captured, which is good. I was thinking about the other day though. I haven't written my journal for like 2 months, and the 2 months have been the craziest with things happening. And I would love to have like a written account of everything. But at the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is write more,
Right, yeah.
Like I'm tired. I want to go to bed right now.
Yeah.
But I should start journaling.
How do you track song inspo? Like, is it notes on your phone?
Yeah, notes on my phone,
Yeah.
voice memos too.
Right.
Yeah, mostly voice memos. I have like 6,000 voice memos on there of just song ideas that are overwhelming, but
that's what,
the
and
name
then
of
you
the
just
game.
go through it and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah, usually I pull up to a session. We always talk for like 15, something like an hour sometimes, and then we will just get an idea going, chords, and then sometimes we'll be like, oh, I had this idea last week about this, and then songwriting's kind of like puzzle working. It's really interesting,
right?
And I really could nerd out on songwriting for hours, so just stop me when you want.
Speaking of songwriting though, when you go into the studio and you're writing a pop song and you're going to write a country song, what is like the main difference in that, do you find?
For me it's all about the sonics, I feel like. I mean, obviously with the lyrics too for country, I feel like country music is so big on storytelling.
Right.
But even when I was more in like the pop field, my songs were so storytelling based. And that's when I switched over to more country stuff, it was really funny because it was so obvious the whole time that I should have been doing country. Because if you read my lyrics down, it's like a literal story, and also like banjos and fiddles and stuff. I think that's what elevated my music to more country feeling, at least, is it gives you that like that feeling of back home and yeehaw.
Totally. There's such a huge conversation too around like country music as a whole and how people are crossing over genres, which I feel like a lot of people are talking to you about as well. Because you're in pop, now you're doing country. How do you feel about that? I don't know, I guess as a whole, do you feel like people are trying to put people into boxes too much? Do you feel like country's very gatekeepy?
I mean, I feel like a lot of Nashville and like country in general has a history of being very political.
Right.
And like political in a sense of the music industry. So if you pay your dues to the country industry, you'll get played on the radio, and if you root yourself in country. But now country is becoming this breakout genre where it's global for the first time in history. And we just have to adjust. And so many people are doing country now, like Beyonce and stuff. I say more the merrier. Bring them in.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be this whole, oh, you need to stay out of country. It's like, no, country can be whatever you want it to. I think it's like an intention thing. And music is music.
Yeah.
Genre is, who cares?
Totally.
At a certain point, who cares?
Yeah. Have people given you a hard time for it at all?
No, not at all. I mean,
love it.
obviously there's haters everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the name of the game. But no, people are, I think they can see that the music is so genuine to me. And so it doesn't matter that my last album was more pop leaning. Like, Austin is still a pop hook.
Right.
But it just has that feeling, and it has that fiddle, and it has that rootsy feeling. So
yeah, and like you said too, it's like when it's so authentically you, then I think people just see that, and then what can they say about that? Yeah, when you're like rubbing shoulders with people like Lainey Wilson and Jelly Roll, and they're just like saying hi to you, are you freaking out? Like, do you get the fangirly over celebrities, or are you just like, okay, I'm meant to be here?
No, I mean, they're just people,
right?
You know what I mean? But it was cool because we're playing the same award show. You know, we're sitting next to each other, and so you kind of just have to level yourself up. Lainey is the sweetest human ever. We were talking backstage, and she's being so big sister to me, and yeah, she's just been great. Everyone, honestly, that I met at the CMTs was so friendly and so excited I was there. I was a little bit worried about, you know, I'm the new girl on the block. I'm kind of the rookie this year. Like, what are they gonna say? Are they gonna be cliquey? Because this is like 2 months in, you know, like I'm a newbie, very newbie. And they could not have been kinder.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Because I think kind of going back to what you were saying, like it can be political, it can be gatekeepy. So that's so sweet. Now that you have your pick of anybody that you want to work with, who are we working with?
That is the golden question, my friend.
I know.
Yeah, we definitely want to put out another version of Austin with someone on the second verse, but I don't know yet. We have a couple options and people I've reached out to, so we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like the world's your oyster. Like you can have your pick at this point.
Pretty wild, right?
I know. I did notice you and Mason Ramsey follow each other on Instagram. Yep. So
he reached out.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
He wants to hang. He wants to write. And I said, sir, I literally DM'd him back and I was like, Twang was one of my top played songs a few years back.
It's
like,
so good. It's so, I think, underrated too.
Yeah.
People just still refer to him as Yodel Boy, and I'm like, Mason Ramsey is
so much more than that. Like,
he's so much more.
Get over yourself, you guys.
Yeah. When you do ultimately meet / collab with Taylor Swift, will you tell her about the video of you waking up from your appendicitis?
Oh my God. Where did you find it? You did a deep dive. Oh my God.
Asking her to sing you White Horse, is that right?
I got for context, guys, I got my appendix removed my freshman year of college at Belmont, and I woke up on so many drugs, obviously. I was in a lot of pain, and so the nurse shot me up with some more, you know? And my roommate took this video of me waking up, starting to cry, and she's like, why are you crying? And I was like, I want Taylor Swift to sing White Horse to me. You guys were here, and I also wish Taylor Swift was here. I want her to sing White Horse to me. Should have said no. Should have gone home. Should have thought twice before you let it all go. Get back to me. Say I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys. I'll be fine.
I love that though. You have to, when you meet her, you
gotta. I have to.
Yeah, maybe she'll do it for you.
She'll appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Something else that is so fascinating to me as well is the fact that so many people, I think, try so hard to like have a viral dance with their song. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Austin blew up because it's just like a catchy song, but you did the dance so naturally that it caught on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so many people try to enforce it and it doesn't work and it comes off a little cringy. Yours didn't at all. Why do you think that is?
Because I made sure of it. I remember the first night Zoe and I were going to go film a video. That was going to be like the one I wanted to launch it. I wanted to get another girl in it with me, and Zoe was down. I was like, okay, perfect. I remember FaceTiming my manager that night being like, hey, if this sucks, like if this is cringe, this is going nowhere. Like I'm down to try it out. Let's see how it goes. But like if I don't feel like I'm having a genuinely good time, no one else is going to want to do the dance. So why would I even post this video?
Right.
But we had a really fun night. We ended up going out, getting a little tipsy, and then we did the dance. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. And I think like our interaction and how much fun we're genuinely having in the video made other people want to do it.
Right.
So I think that was the secret.
Yeah. I think it almost like brought back TikTok dances in a way, because it was something that was so prevalent like years ago. But then now I feel like, it's like back.
And I think it also encouraged community, like doing it with your friends and doing it like at the horse barn I work out at in Nashville. I would just, throw my phone up and do it. And I'm in like my manure covered sweatpants with boots on. And it's just a fun little thing to do. And I purposely made the line dance super simple so that anybody could do it and anyone could learn it.
I tried to learn it, and I'm not a dancer at all.
You got this though.
I know. You might have to teach me
Yeah,
after.
I'll walk you through it.
Okay, I appreciate that. You'll get it. That's so sweet. Okay, also going back to being in the industry, we're jumping around a little bit, but being in the industry as long as you have been and then blowing up as fast as you have recently, what do you take away from that? Like, what do you learn that you're then going to take into the work that you're going to do in the future?
If I could have told myself like 5 years ago, no one else's opinion matters.
Oh, okay.
I know in my heart what was going to work when I heard it. When I wrote Austin, literally I was like, this is going to be my song. This is going to be my breakout song. And it was. And that conviction and that just almost a delusional belief in yourself is so important. Like when you think something is cool, you're the artist. You are the art. Why would you let anyone else's opinion falter that?
Right.
And it's way easier said than done, obviously. I'm the queen of listening to everyone's opinions and then losing my own, which sucks. But through this process, I've learned how to really stay true to myself and my gut. I use my gut in a lot of things.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the message that you want to get across to fans as well with your music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to encourage them to be the most unapologetic, badass version of themselves. You know, no one else's opinion matters as long as you love yourself.
Right.
And that's it.
Insane.
That's all that matters.
That's good. I love that so much. But what's next? What happens now?
What happens next? What happens now? I mean, we're going to Europe. We're going to Sweden and Berlin and Paris and taking the world by storm.
Literally. Actually, though, it's insane. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
For having
You're
me.
so sweet. I love it so much. Okay, thanks.